Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Bears going up against the Buccaneers. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. J.J. Nelson now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Give, this is their fullback. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage, but the big man setting the tone physically.
Time running out here on the play clock. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 98 yards, too shy of 100.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Second down now after the pass completion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It's called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play. and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense, everybody wants a piece of that pie.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Watching now, Barney. Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green, 39. Gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And the box with an extra defender. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. To throw here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears will extend their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play out. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, it's Carr. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. To throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got the hook up with Conley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. Back to throw. And an alley to run. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7.
Right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he fires one incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they're talking about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Lucky 56. Here we go. 56. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
play clock winding down.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Let's go. Good, good. Good, good. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
The play clock's running down, and they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
3rd and 1, who you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Over. Here we go. Leopard. Over. Watch it now, Barney.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Shotgun now for Carr. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jonathan Hankins in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football, Down he goes.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted of court. Carr to throw on second down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throw left side, complete. That's Freeman. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Andy Lee now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught here by Conley. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think we can make this one pretty simple. That was a rookie mistake made by the rookie quarterback, trying to force a pass without really using proper mechanics.
Now the 6-year man from Cal, Brian Anger, on to kick, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there, and that'll bring up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still second down.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Inman has it over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing his Carr on third down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman.
Holding, offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15.
Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Derek Wolfe able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Operating from the gun. Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going deep downfield for Ross. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And great special teams work here. This is knock it on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Back near his goal line. Here's Carr.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On second down, Freeman. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll be third down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. They've got the lead. They haven't really had to utilize him all that much so far, but I guess if you're winning on the scoreboard, not too much to complain about.
Not at all, but you know those guys out wide, they want as many catches as they can possibly get. They may need him later on if things get a little tighter.
Yeah, so far, 2 catches. We'll see what happens here as the game progresses. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he stopped immediately there. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll drop the throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Got an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after it.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. On second down, here's Carr. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Dontrell Inman, the intended target. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's Carr to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. Tyrod Taylor, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He's been pretty quiet here in the second quarter. They've got the lead. That's the good news. But you think they get him more involved going forward?
I think that they do, and that's what they always want to do because he's such a priority and he's such a big-time playmaker. But sometimes defenses take that away, and they've been able to find another way to get it done themselves.
Yeah, they absolutely have. They're winning, and look at the scoreboard right now. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
The Bears on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Buccaneers trail at home at halftime. The Bears will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. Down. They go out in front, 10-0.
Now, you folks don't know what you're missing. You're missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Carr, his throw incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On third and long, it's Carr, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Take it at the 37. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Now, that was a little bit longer distance than you would expect to see for a quarterback sneak. Normally, it's 4th and 1, 4th and inches. But when you get interior linemen trying to get upfield for a pass play, sometimes you can blow past them on the sneak, and it worked well for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Called a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
He'll drop to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. But just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr. It's hauled in here by Inman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And that is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go on 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done.
They've got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
They go play action here on first down. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. A second nice move. 23 yards on the play.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Carr to throw again. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a decent gain on the ground. Call it 6, but it still leaves him with a ways to go on 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
And Bullock will put this one through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. All right, so it's getting late in this one. Now, you could argue that they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but they still face a pretty uphill battle.
Yeah, even with the field goal here, it's going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns now to get back in it. And that's going to be a tall order against this defense.
Onto the field now come the Bears. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Detroit! Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Back to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
Looking to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Caught here by Conley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swing, slant, quick out.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bears will add on to their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Fresh set of downs here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Carr to the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And now it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Carr again. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll give him a yard on the play defensively. The tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Carr, got to have this one. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The Bucks trying on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out in your midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. This is where, you know, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, you know, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bears, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers.